Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Taurus, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy from the Elemental Oracle. The tarot portion of your reading will be from the Light Seers Tarot, and by the same author, a card of advice at the end, The Sacred Creators by Chris Ann. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel Spirits, guys, what messages do you have, please, for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I am a Taurus, Venus. Taurus. Thank you. Wow. Not your element, and yet feels so like you. Number 8, which corresponds to the Strength card of the Major Arcana, Leo energy. Strength card talks about this mastery over the beast within, the beast being our ego. This mastery of our light and our shadow. And these fears that keep us sometimes trapped and bound. Fire ignition. Fire. I love this deck so much, but I love how Stacey DeMarco, like, she combines like kind of photorealistic imagery with all of these kind of sacred geometry, these spacey shapes, these coordinates, these mapping with, you know, organic imagery. It's just, everything about it is, it's just my bag. I just love it so much. But this sense that, or it's like taming the beast within or taming the fire. There's this refinement period I feel like you're in right now, where you're understanding yourself a little bit better in terms of what motivates you, what gets you up in the morning, what enthralls you, what you're passionate about, and not just an acute understanding of what those things are, but then taking the necessary steps to achieve those things, to go after those things. It's not just about wanting it, it's about doing the action of moving yourself towards that goal, that manifestation, that dream. A lot of the Taurians that I know are really good at this. Like, I think Taurians kind of, you guys get like, it's all about the Taurus being like comfy, cozy, right? But it's like, all of the Taurians that I know are like really good with their money and just are responsible, but it's like they travel a lot, they do a lot of things. Like, you're not just sitting on your couch being comfy. You're thinking about your stability, but you're also out there wanting to experience life. And I feel as though this is really showing me not just that you want to experience life, but that you want to, like, literally, like, take the bull by the horns. Master something, thrive in something. This passionate, fiery energy really motivating you at this time. I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. The end, a card of advice from Spirit, as well as a card from the Sacred Creators. Yeah, see? Beautiful. Okay, 1 extra card came out. the advice from Spirit. 7 cards on the table. Past energy, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, right? It's the minor arcana card for the Star, the major arcana. Wish fulfillment, healing, blissfulness, achieving goals, achieving abundance. This heart chakra open, like the light is right by the chest, right by the heart chakra. Just a freedom. There's like a sense of freedom, breaking out from confines. The abundance clearly seen. Thank you, Spirit. The abundance clearly seen. Something that's meant a lot to you, something that you have looked forward. This is in the past energy. Something that you looked forward to for a long time. I feel as though it came to fruition here, right? 4 of Wands in the reverse, though, to clarify it. It could have, 4 of Wands can talk about celebration energy, stable foundation. I like to think of the 4 of Wands as the 4 legs of a table. So that's how sometimes I like to talk about it, like stability here and what we're trying to erect, right? What we're trying to create, that we have something to back it up. We have a firm foundation. The card, though, came in reverse, so it's it's almost like saying Taurus got what they wanted, but there were some sacrifices that had to be made. And I don't know if that was a sacrifice of your money, of your time. Maybe you had to compromise on something. In the end, it was really prosperous, but in your mind, at least, it could have set you back a little bit. But it's nothing that you're worried about. So, like, for example, I know a Taurus, I don't think he's going to watch this, but I know a Taurus that just went on a month-long vacation, right? And good for him. But he was looking forward to it for like 2 years and had a wonderful time. But, you know, when you leave for a month, it just sets you back. It sets your wallet back sometimes. And so he wouldn't trade that for anything, that travel and that experience, but it sets him back a little bit, right? He will regain all of that. He will recoup it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. It's like you got something that you wanted, but you might have had to make a temporary sacrifice for it. Can I get a clarifier, please, for the 9 of Cups? Thank you. Yeah, Ace of Swords, whatever this was, beautiful energy, directly from Spirit. This is some kind of epiphany, breakthrough, download from Spirit that broadened your horizons, that illuminated information for you, made things very clear, made things make sense, right? It's like I am hearing a sound in my head. It's like click, 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 like all of the cogs kind of falling into place. Kind of feels like this. Click, click, click. There's like, I don't know why that's important. I'm trying to ask Spirit where that click sound is coming from, and they showed me the lock on a safe. Like, you know how in movies where somebody's trying to break into like a bank vault or something, and they always put these, what's it called? Stethoscope, like the kind of doctors have to listen to your heart. They put that in their ears, and then they put the stethoscope up against the safe, and then they're like turning the dial like ever so slightly so they can hear the fluctuations of what could possibly be the combination. So there's something like you listening for the combination that unlocked something going on here. It's like you're very attentive and kind of listening to things. Spirit just literally showed me a flash of like the stock market. So you could have been, I mean, I'm not giving any stocks advice, but this is what I see somebody potentially doing of, you know, you were watching the stock market and like making decisions based on your knowledge and or financial advice and like just click, 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 like just waiting, waiting, waiting for the right moment to kind of wield your financial power or whatever it is. That's just an example. So it's kind of like you got to spend money to make money in that instance, in that particular example. That's not for everybody, but right, we have to invest in something in order to see a return. Now, if we're not talking about money at all, we're just talking about manifestation. Yeah, you have to invest. You have to invest your time. You have to invest your energy, your focus, to step towards your manifestation so that you can get something in return, right? But I'm hearing that click, 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 click. I am hearing echoey footsteps, like a long hall, and somebody wearing the heels walking down the hall, and these footsteps are echoing off the walls. I don't know why that's important, but I'm just gonna say it. In the present energy, beautiful. Number 21 of the major arcana, the world. Again, I just want to show you, like, look at this body language, right? It's important. I don't just look at the meanings of the cards. I look at the interpretation, of the depiction of the card. It's just as important. You know, these are two different decks here. Really open heart chakra. All looking upwards. It's kind of like, well, Spirit showing me a very famous movie poster. I hope you all are familiar with it, but it's the movie poster for The Shawshank Redemption with Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman, right? Shawshank Redemption, if you haven't seen it, is one of the best movies ever made. But there's a scene where the main character has to crawl through some unfortunate circumstances, and when he comes out the other side, he kind of looks up at the sky, and the rain, the storm is pouring down on him, and it's like he extends his, I don't want to hit anything on my desk, but he extends his arms, and it's like he just allows the universe, the sky, to just kind of wash him clean, basically. And I see that there's something here. It's almost like you're like revitalization, being born again. I mean, you literally could be getting baptized for somebody. I don't know. That could be for somebody out there. But this sense that there's this ending, bringing a new beginning. That's what the World card is all about. Chapters closing and new chapters opening. But as the chapter closes and the new one opens, there's this sense of gratitude with it. Like, thank you. Like, I learned lessons in that last chapter that I'm never going to forget, but being in a space of gratitude. 10 of Wands in the reverse, to clarify. 10 of Wands talks about kind of, here we have the Bull. The 10 of Wands talks about burden, being burdensome, carrying a lot of weight, a lot of experience, carrying it with us. And I interpret this card several different ways, but for you today, it's just like traveling light. We're traveling light, right? We're letting go of anything that does not need to step into the next phase with us. We're stepping into the next phase. We're jumping timelines, however you want to think of it. We're going into this new space in our life, and we're just simply refusing to take anything that does not serve our best and highest good. It's really spectacular energy. And clarifier for the world, please. Ooh. Okay. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Five of Wands. If you ever watch my channel, like I hate fives, and Spirit always knows it. So anytime I see a five, I just like cringe. Just because it's an in-between card. Sometimes fives can be difficult. We always have to move through the fives, but fives are just like, it's the struggle number to me. And we can see here, it's kind of like, I always interpret this as versions of you and fighting against yourself, right? Like trying to climb to the top, trying to make it make sense, trying to like surpass our own expectations. There's struggle there though. There's strife, sometimes chaos. The card in reverse kind of tells me that like all of the chaos and struggle is subsiding in the present moment. Like things are calming down, winding down. In the future potential, Six of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is an interesting pairing. These two cards in the upright would kind of suggest to me that there's some kind of self-sabotage or stifling a sense of victory. Eight of Swords talks about analysis paralysis and anxiety. Six of Wands talks about victory, awards, promotion, public recognition, fame, fortune, being in the spotlight, being heralded, lauded. Eight of Swords, sometimes it's self-imposed bondage, self-imposed strife. Got these two cards in reverse together. They kind of tell me that it's not that you're not going to have a victory, but you're not, what you're valuing about that victory has changed. It's like, maybe it used to be really, let me give you an example. Maybe it used to be really important to you to have the newest car, wear the designer clothes, and I'm not judging that. I mean, sometimes it's really nice to have nice things, right? But there are some people that have like a major preoccupation with labels and brands and stuff like that. To each their own, right? And I'm just using it as an example that maybe that used to be how you defined your self-worth, and you're no longer kind of searching for that public affirmation, and you're more clear-headed about who it is that you are, what it is that you want. And maybe fame and fortune, it used to be something that you wanted, and it's not like you want that anymore. But you're very clear-headed about it, because we can see here, I mean, she's very untethered. Can I get a clarifier for this, please? Ten of Swords in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, 10-10. You may see 10-10 on a clock, on a license plate, on a receipt. When you see 10-10, it's Spirit trying to speak to you. Ten of Swords talks about, can talk about disappointment. In this card, though, in this interpretation of the Ten of Swords, it represents to me a new beginning. She's walking into the sunrise. All the birds flapping above her head, but not really bothering her. It's almost like making peace with the things that used to cause chaos for us inside of our own minds. Ten of Pentacles is abundance in all of its forms. It's kind of family and finances and stability and kind of living out our life path. You got these cards in reverse. Like in the future potential, you're very clear, and you're on the precipice of true breakthrough, personal breakthrough. There's something about like not being in a public forum. So it's kind of like telling me that when you discover this personal abundance, right? You're not going to, it's not going to be something that you shout from the rooftops. It's going to be private. It's going to be, it's like if you win the lottery, but you don't tell anybody, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody I won the lottery, but there will be signs, you know, those memes that say that, there will be signs. It's something like that. It's like up-leveling, but people are not necessarily going to notice unless they're really paying attention. And that's how you want it. It's kind of like flying under the radar with your success. You're going to do it subtly. You're going to do it subtly in the future potential. Advice from Spirit, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, subtly, keeping it close to the chest. Four of Pentacles can be a little shrewd. Like you can even see here, she's like kind of clasping her purse. Being subtle, keeping things close, under wraps. I don't know why that's so important. I mean, I don't know if there's some kind of family conflict or friendship conflict. This is the world we live in, right? Like some people just don't want to see us succeed because they're envious, they're jealous, they feel crappy about their own lives, and they see you up leveling, and it's like, but you know this ahead of time. This could be a parent, a parental figure, which sounds awful, but that's how parents are. They can be sometimes. A lot of parents can be jealous of their kids, right? So there's something here that you're keeping to yourself. And you're not the kind of sign that needs to be like a show off in any way. So in a way, I see this fire energy as this internal flame. It's almost like these codes are light codes that are shared by only you and Spirit. Can we get a final card from the Sacred Creators Oracle? This is for Taurus, please. Get back to elemental, number 48, which reduces to a 12, the Hanged Man. Hanged Man talks about gaining great perspective on something. Get back to elemental. It's interesting because the elemental here showed up for you. It's just not your element. It's fire. You may have prominent fire placements in your chart. What this card is telling me, though, is that we're kind of centering ourselves right back into the sacral chakra, like getting back to the raw, the primal, the things that like fuel your beingness, like not just what makes practical sense, but what makes you feel truly alive. Spirit is saying, get back to that space where you are comfortable in understanding exactly what that is for you and how that looks for you. So that's your reading, Taurus. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Taurus.